What's up, everybody? This is BakaBites. I'm Frankfurter. That is Magically Average, and today we are discussing the summer 2024 anime seasons. We are just what 2 weeks away, essentially, from all of these brand new shows coming out. 2 to 3 weeks, we'll just put it.
Yeah.
And for a new slew of shows coming out. So, without further ado, we've got a lot to get through, and as always, you can follow along on livechart.me. Or you can just pull up our YouTube video and watch us react to everything on the list there. Without further ado, we are starting near the bottom of the list. We are not starting completely at the bottom because there's just a bunch of children's shows down there. But we are going to start with the row that has Theater of Darkness, Yamishibai 13. Now, I don't know if this is a Junji Ito story or not.
I don't think so.
Because Theater of Darkness sounds very familiar, and I don't remember why. It could be similar to something Junji Ito's done, but I'm not sure.
I thought it was like an American classic. What was the one that Guillermo del Toro did recently? Am I recently? Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, I think.
Yeah.
I think Theater of Darkness was something along those lines, I want to say. If memory serves, I could be totally off base.
Possibly, although
we can't get caught up
it just
on
looks
the first
like it's
one.
just based off of I know. It looks like it's folktales. It's 4-minute episodes, unknown amount of episodes. This probably isn't going to be picked up here in the United States, so I'm probably not going to watch it.
Yeah, I mean the animation from the picture looks weird, we'll say.
It's very interesting. It looks like a storybook come to life.
It looks like 80s style. It looks like early Goosebumps if it were animated, we'll say.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, that'll be a pass for both of us. Moving on, Card Fight Vanguard Diviniz.
It's season 2. It doesn't matter. It's Card Fight Vanguard.
Neither of us have watched it. Neither of us will watch this. The next one, this I want to watch. I just don't know if we're going to get it. This is Kinnikuman Perfect Origin Arc Episode 0. Now, excuse me, I'm going to be coughing a lot, so I'll be muting myself every once in a while. But Kinnikuman is a very famous wrestling anime. I remember watching some of this as a kid. Fuck if I remember where it was, if it was on Fox or or not Fox, but WB.
Fox. Oh.
I meant WB Kids. I don't remember if it was on WB Kids, if it was on Adult Swim, or if it was on Toonami. But I remember watching some of this as a child. And I would be very interested in going back and watching more of it as an adult, just to see what it was like, what it's like now. But yeah, looking at this, there's only a website and Twitter for the links for it. So I don't have confidence that we are going to get this. Plus, I don't think you can watch the source material anywhere legally in the United States.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it anywhere. I will say though that this is there. We might be in just a couple of minutes previewing something else from Kinnikuman, just as a FYI. But yeah, I don't know. This one might also be on that weird list of it not getting over, but only time will tell. It would be a fun one because it's a classic to go watch if we do get it. But
if it does come out, I do want to watch it. But basically, this is just episodes looking back at famous scenes from the past. Ooh. So yeah. Moving right along, we have Moriarty's Perfect Crime. It's a short form show. Interesting.
Yeah.
It's based off a digital manhwa. Again, this is one of those things. Will it come to the United States? Will it not? Not sure. If it is and it's short form, this might be fun to watch. I do like my, crime / detective type shows.
Yeah, you watch that. You watch that Ron one, whatever the
Ron Kaminohashi. Yeah, that one actually was a lot better than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
So yeah, if this comes out in the United States, I might give it an episode just to see how it is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the ones that are based because this is based off of the Moriarty from the Sherlock Holmes series, right? So it's like certain contexts it's fine, like in Undead Murder Farce, but sometimes I don't know. If it's just like a weird take on it, I'm kind of picky. So we'll see.
Indeed, indeed. But yeah, again, don't know if this one's gonna come to the United States. Moving on, we have Red Cat Ramen. Now, this is a show. Excuse me. I don't know anything about this. However, I see this series pop up on the Manga Plus app every week because it is a weekly release. And I am always curious as to who is the audience for this. But apparently, there's a big enough audience that it's getting an adaptation.
People that really like Monster Hunter.
Possibly, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this one I'm good. It's I know it's cats and comedy and workplace, but it's not speaking to me.
Yeah. I'm all right. I'm all right.
And for those of you who can't tell from the title Red Cat Ramen, it's a bunch of cats that are making ramen.
Yeah. Again, the fans of Monster Hunter will probably enjoy this if they want an entire anime centered around the little cats that cook you big giant feasts and Monster Hunter games.
Exactly. And then there's one human, apparently. So
yeah,
anyways.
Just like Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah. Moving on, Grendizer U is a mecha sci-fi done by Guyana Guyana? I don't know. But it's an original show. It's a mecha show. Gotta love original mechas. I need to go back and finish the Bang Brave Braven or Brave Bang Braven, whatever it was titled, because that was a good, funny mecha show. But for this, it really has to be a special mecha for me to be in the mood for it, and I'll basically just wait on a friend to tell me yay or nay on this.
There's so much going on in the picture. Like Princess Peach is there. You have some weird maiden girl. You have the edgy ice dude who's probably going to become friends later. Like there's that, I don't know. You know my take on mechas. I'm not a big fan of them, so this is not up my alley, but just poster aside and the description aside doesn't leave a lot to really want in this one.
Still trying to figure out this poster because it looks like the main dude in the red on the middle is holding a banjo, but then I realized no, that's just part of the girl's neck that's coming out to the left of him.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot happening.
Yeah,
like she's got a giraffe neck. It's
fucking... like a classic poster where there's like the two main characters in the middle, and then there's people all to the side of them, but it's just like their face profiles.
The chick from Claymore in the corner.
Oh my god,
there's a lot going on.
Indeed. Yeah, this is gonna be a pass for me unless somebody tells me that it's very good.
Yeah. All right, here you go.
Here's your other one, as you were alluding to. Kinnikuman Perfect Origin Arc. So I guess this is just the next arc in Kinnikuman.
Yeah. I mean, it says Perfect Origin Arc. The previous one was Perfect Origin Arc Episode 0. So this might be like them bringing it over to the, outside of Japan, I guess, to the Western audiences.
It could be. I'm wondering if this is... The other one said it was just looking back at famous scenes, so I'm wondering if it's just like from the entirety of the series, just like here it is, here are your favorite scenes in new animation, and then this might just be like a reboot. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this to say whether or not. I was about to say if you want to do some Googling, go for it, but I know you can't. So I will do that. You go on with the next show or two, and I'll figure this out.
All right, I was going to say, I don't want to do this one. The next one is Tasuketsu. It's a...
Yeah, you did it.
Action... That's not the name. I already read the description. The description starts with, one night, nearly all of the humans in town die all at once.
Egad.
It's giving the death game again. It's an action drama psychological superpower. It says, every night from now on, the missing majority will be carried out and the majority group of people will die. In other words, at the very least, the remaining human population will be cut in half each night. Can our protagonist survive this game, rife with betrayal, conspiracy, and despair? I don't know. It seems like Plague Inc., the game, turned into an anime. Some sort of super program killing everyone, and you have to survive and beat the odds, but... I don't know, these never have spoken to me. I mean, I know we always ragged on Tomodachi Game,
I was
And
about to
like,
say this is giving Tomodachi vibes,
yeah,
and that
but
can go lick a chode.
yeah, but I know there's other ones that people really like too. With the death game style, psychological style, those have never really been my cup of tea. So this one is also doesn't call for me. So I'm gonna probably give it a pass.
Okay. So this looks like the Kinnikuman, back to that. It looks like it's just a continuation from the original series. So like
Oh,
there's the original series that came out like way back in, I don't fucking remember when, the 70s, we'll just call it. Well, that's when the manga did, but I don't know when the actual anime did. But in 2011 is when they started doing more like a second arc type thing, or if we're gonna go like One Piece saga, it's the second saga, and this is like the second arc in that saga.
got it. Okay. Well, very
I
cool.
don't know. That's how I'm gonna
We'll
allude it to. I am probably very wrong. Somebody correct me, please.
yeah, we'll see if it gets over to us. Something that I'm hopeful doesn't get over to us is Head Start at Birth. This
Yeah,
one, this one
another
is not.
isekai.
It's another isekai.
Lilia, the newborn daughter of a marquis, I don't know,
Marquise.
Marquise,
There
sure,
you go.
has the memories of her previous life. With cheat-like gamer knowledge, she aims to become the strongest girl in this new other world.
I don't, but I don't understand what's happening. It's like, is it Pokemon esque? Like, do they have like little familiars that they use to like for witchcraft? I don't know. It's also short form, so it's
Yes,
12
12 episodes
episodes.
at 5 minutes each.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
it's another one of those. I
this
was
probably isn't gonna make it.
reincarnated and I'm younger and I have so much like intelligence that I can use and abuse to the benefit of myself in this new world. It's like, great. What weird twist are you going to have? I'm a small child. Awesome. Pass.
Yeah, no, I don't even think that this will come over. Usually short form shows don't. The
Yeah,
only
you
one
say
that I
that.
can I say that, but Onipan is like the one that comes to mind that is like we actually got and both of us enjoyed.
There's one more.
Oh no. Would you
Inukai-san
like to
stock.
elaborate? Oh, fuck
That one's
off.
technically short form, I believe. I think the episodes were like 8 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I
Anyways, we're
think
just gonna
I'm
move
pretty
on.
sure, but I don't know. I just want to bring that up.
You
I just want to try
degenerate.
to anytime I can
Moving
bring
on
it
to
up.
the first one that I'm actually somewhat interested in, Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. This was a video game that they're turning into an anime. Um, God knows I don't have the 30 or whatever hours it is to finish this video game, let alone buy it. So I will try and at least watch an episode, maybe 3. So this I'm going to throw under the 3 episode watch just to give it a chance, just to see how
I
it's or like adapted, because I know that this was like a 2.5D side-scrolling beat 'em up type game.
yeah. I will wait to hear from you. Um and I say that as sort of to allude to what else is coming up in the rest of this season,
Yeah,
because this
there's
season is I
I
didn't
do,
think I was going to be able to handle spring and I haven't been able to. Summer might kill me. Summer might actually end
especially
me.
with the vacation you're taking in 2 weeks, or yeah, 2 weeks,
Oh
and
yeah.
then the vacation that we have at the end of August. So
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot going on. So,
yes, so we're gonna move right on. I will keep you posted on that. That'll be at least a 1, maybe 3 episode. I will let you know.
so if our
Moving
PA
on,
works, it's going to look
Twilight
good.
Out of Focus.
That's a BL.
Twilight Out of Focus is a BL school. This is right up your wife's alley. I'm
Yep.
sure she'll love the ever living hell out of it.
Yep.
Done by Studio Dean. Which, what the fuck else did they make? I know they made some really good shit.
I love that the description
Maybe not.
says film enthusiast and his lone wolf roommate make 3 promises. The film enthusiast will never tell anyone the other is gay and has a boyfriend. The lone wolf will never approach the film enthusiast in quotes in that way. And they'll each respect each other's quote private time.
Ooh.
Something tells me they might both be gay.
Oh boy. Yeah, Studio Dean is very notorious for making like Yuri and Boys Love or BL type shows.
That it doesn't
Point in
surprise.
case. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
Like,
surprise me because I mean you have a lot of studios. Well, I shouldn't say a lot, but there are like a handful of studios that have like that specialty area, like the ones that do a lot of sports, or the ones that do
yeah.
like a lot of isekai stuff or mecha stuff. So it doesn't surprise me here. But
they're the studio that's in charge of Tadaima Okaeri right now.
which
So.
yeah, I think my wife is watching that one and she's like, this show is so pure and so wrong. And I'm like,
Yep.
all right, well, let's leave it at that.
Indeed. Neck up.
Neck up.
Next. Neck up. I
Hmm.
was reading the title and saying next. Delco.
Okay.
Delco's Nursery. The was from Delco, I guess. I don't know. Fucking just let me be. I do not feel well. Delco's Nursery. It's based off of Other, which doesn't like leave much to go off of. There's no synopsis. All we have to go off of it is childcare, fantasy, and vampire. And you are muted, good sir.
I am. Oh my god, it just randomly muted. I was saying it is done by JC staff though, so at least you know it's gonna look pretty.
Yes, the poster is giving like it looks pretty, but it's also giving off vibes of fuck, what's the show that I love? Season 1, hate season 2. Promise Neverland.
There you go. I was gonna let you get there on your own.
You say giving off very like Promise Neverland type vibes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this show doesn't come out until August.
That's
so
basically fall.
Yeah, August 7th is when this show premieres. I do want to watch an episode of this.
You know what that tells me though? It's already hinting to me that it's gonna be like Netflix, because it doesn't say anything down below about Crunchyroll or High Dive. So that the fact that it comes out August 7th, it gives me Netflix or some non-anime traditional streaming site, we'll say.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it looks interesting enough. The problem is I'm going to forget it because it comes out in 50 days. So I'm by that time I'm going to be like, what? Oh, maybe I'll give it a try.
Indeed. And I feel like this next row is basically when we start to be like, yep, these are the shows that we want to watch.
Yeah, this is when it starts to get good.
Excuse me. Moving on to our next show, we have Nere Nere Cheer for You, which tags as TBD. It's PA Works. It's an original. Which it looks like, just reading from the first sentence of the description, it's a cheerleading show.
Yep.
Neat. I like PA Works. I like original animes. This is probably going to be good. Am I going to watch it? Probably not.
Oh, see, I'm going to watch it. This is my season of like good slice of life. By good, I mean it's all over the board. Some of them are wholesome. Some of them are totally depraved. Some of them are right in the middle. This is going to be great.
All right. You're going to have to tell me how this is then, because
I
have...
it
looks pretty. Like the animation style. Yeah, I know. The animation style is the only thing that's bringing me in. But
yeah,
I mean, speaking of PA Works, we'll just move over to our next show. We have Mayonaka Punch, which is done by PA Works, is also an original. And this poster, there's no synopsis, and it's just a comedy tag.
I think, if I remember correctly, because I've been scouring Twitter trying to figure out what's coming out so I can keep it on my radar. I believe this one is a Magical Girl one. Not like gushing over Magical Girls, thank God. It's more, it is more like comedy based. I think it's like, based on the depiction and what I remember reading, it's like a social media content creation mixed with Magical Girls. Hence the like streamer camera setup.
Yeah.
And all the very colorful girls with the very normie looking one. I believe that's what it is. So
yeah, I'm watching a trailer for it right now, and it looks like instead of magical, I'm not getting magical girls. It's just like a girl streaming group, and like that's what it is. But there could be magical girls in it with this vampire looking girl that's caressing / holding the main chick. So yeah, who knows? I do want to watch this. The art style is very much up my alley.
Yeah, that's what I was going to point out. Like the art style
this will be a three episode for sure, just to see you know how it is.
Speaking of art style, this next one.
Yes,
is
very, very interesting art style. I'm looking forward to this one. I have yet to get the volumes for it because volume one has been sold out anywhere I go or look.
yep.
But Dungeon People, being done by OLM, based off a manga. It's an adventure, comedy, and fantasy, basically just about a bunch of people living in a dungeon slash taking care of the dungeon.
Well, it's like setting it
Um,
up. Like
right.
they have to like they're basically the ones that create the dungeon and set it up for people to then go explore. It looks really funny. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Clay must now learn how to interview new monsters, set traps, and position slimes around the dungeon. But yeah, no, this has been on my radar for a while. I didn't realize until recently that it was getting an adaptation, which is why I've been looking for this show, or sorry, for the manga to buy to read.
yeah.
But yeah, I'll definitely be watching this. Also, as a heads up, there is no streaming service right now for Mayonaka Punch, but Nare Nare Cheer for You, that is going to be Crunchyroll and Dungeon People. That'll be on High Dive.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna scroll back through really quick. I don't believe there's anything else. I think Head Start at Birth was sourced by Suisha, but
Yeah, but that doesn't
that
mean
doesn't mean
really much.
anything. So, yeah, those are the only ones that have definitive streaming sites so far.
Correct. Next up, we have Shy Season 2. I watched Season 1. I was disappointed with Season 1, but I will be watching Season 2 because I do like the series. By the end of Season 1, I was like, okay, this is actually better than how it began, but still leaves much to be, desired. So I'm
Yeah.
really hoping that Shy Season 2 is a lot better. But yeah, this one I will be watching. I believe Shy Season 1 was on Crunchyroll, so more than likely this will also be on Crunchyroll. Of
Yeah.
course, we're also recording this on a Monday. $5 says by Wednesday or Thursday, Crunchyroll and High Dive are like, here are our shows for next season.
Oh, I'll even say
Because they
tomorrow.
all
Tomorrow. Tuesdays end up being. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go dive deep into the back of my brain for real quick. I believe Tuesdays when I was growing up used to be album release days and video game release days. It's Tuesdays.
and DVDs.
Yep. So it's like you get your news sources over the weekend, you get it all wrapped up, compiled together, and then Tuesday's your big like bam. So I honestly, yeah, by the time this gets posted online on Wednesday, you might already have all the answers that we don't have. So
Yeah,
apologies in advance if that's the case.
but more than likely this will be on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
I'll be watching this.
I
I'll be
didn't
watching at least 3 episodes of this to see if it gets any better.
I didn't mind season 1 so much. I mean it was slow at the beginning, and then when it did pick up, it stuck on one part for too long, I thought. But it wasn't like it was not entertaining, I guess. It just it had first season faults that you just kind of got to get over. But yeah, I mean the hope is that season 2 will be significantly better.
Yeah, I agree. Moving on to our next one, Sengoku Yoko: The Chaos of a Thousand Demons arc. This is a season 2 for a show that neither of us have been watching, so
Nope.
we will not be watching this.
Correct.
But the next show, I'll be giving at least an episode. You, I know, will be giving more. This
Oh,
will
yeah.
be Plus Sized Elf. This is a comedy, ecchi fantasy. This will be on High Dive. I'll let you talk about this one.
First off, I don't know how they're gonna do this, because it is there is a lack of censorship, we'll say, in the manga. But this is funny. Like, basically, the premise of it is that there's a connection between the worlds of like humans and then other species. But in order to travel between the worlds, you have to be like of the same body. Like you can't you have to be the same weight, same height, same everything. And so an elf makes it over at one point for like a ranger expedition and discovers these things called French fries, falls in love, and now she has to go to a dietitian who's our main character, or sorry, our main character is a massage therapist, also kind of a dietitian as well. But his whole goal is to try to get her to like eat a better diet, like have a better diet, exercise and stuff, but she always keeps going back to French fries, and it kind of an endless cycle. And then as the poster shows you, if for those of you watching on YouTube or following along on Live Chart, the character is just
bursting at the seams.
Well, well, that, but they like the character core grows massively. Like the amount of characters that are a part of this that are like center stage, not just like one-offs, is crazy. Like I think within the first 3 volumes, you meet like probably 8 or 9 characters that end up being like staple characters throughout the rest of the manga series. So yeah, it's a fun one. Like it's goofy as all hell. Like it's not one where it's like you don't want to go to it assuming that it's going to be just like this nice, relaxing, like, you know,
Comedy
carefree slice of life. Yeah, no. I mean, it's like it's etchy as shit. It doesn't hide it either. Again, if just look at the poster. So I don't know. It's like one of my series that it's just like, yeah, I know I'm a bit depraved. Whatever. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. I'm still gonna watch it. I like it. This one will be on High Dive as well. So
Yes, I did say that at the beginning, but
my bad.
that's fine. We're gonna move right along to the Elusive Samurai. Now, this is a Shonen Jump series which I have not read any of. I've had no interest in, but now that it's like actually coming out, it's like, yeah, I'll give it an episode, see what it's about, see if it's any good. Because, God damn it, Shonen Jump, you've been killing so many good series.
We already talked
recently.
about it in a different episode. Move
We did
along.
in a different episode, but because this one is a long-going series, it's like it has to be good for some sort of reason. So I do want to give it an episode try
Well, it's like
and see if it's any good.
the series that came out this season, the Yoku. Oh, I'm gonna butcher the name.
Yozakura family.
Yeah, the Yozakura family. Like
I've
that's a
been watching
long.
it. Yeah, I think I've maybe 2 episodes behind on that one, but I've been watching it. And it's actually very good.
I don't know anything about this one. I think I like the time period. I like that it's in 1333, so I enjoy that like era, I guess, of anime. And it's done by Cloverworks, so you know it's gonna look pretty at least.
Yep.
But yeah,
The
I don't know. I don't know much about it, so I'd probably give it like the 1 episode.
Yeah, and the question I want to pose to you real quick before we move on to the next one is, will this be a high dive or not high dive? Will this be a Hulu show for the season? Because Hulu is very notorious for picking up like the B type series from Shonen Jump. So Yozakura family,
Yeah. Go Loser Rangers.
Yeah, Go Loser. Well, that's not Shonen Jump, but yeah,
It's not Shonen Jump, but I'm just thinking of like
Undead Unluck. Undead Unluck was the other one I was trying to think of. Where
Yeah.
it's a very like it's well known to
Bleach.
people, but it's not like the Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, etc.
Well, I mean they grabbed Bleach, so
They did grab Bleach, but
Yeah.
yeah, I
I-
think
it's
I
so
think this would be
hard.
the high dive one.
It's
Or
so
not high dive,
hard
Hulu.
because they're like, and when we say Hulu, we should specify that it actually we're talking about like Disney, because
Right.
here in the western part of the world we get it on Hulu. Most everywhere else in the world gets it on actually gets it on Disney, like Disney Plus. So
You're right.
this one it's hard because I don't know much about it, like because I'm trying to think of they grabbed Bleach, you know, 1,000-Year Blood War was very graphic, so that was a surprise. I'm gonna say maybe there's a 50-50 shot, we'll say.
Okay. I'm leaning towards yes, it'll be on Disney/Hulu. This seems like a show that they would pick up for the season. So yeah. Next up, Rick and Morty the anime. This has been on not everybody's radar, but this has been on the radar for a while. Like by the radar, I mean I feel like this got announced a long time ago and we're finally seeing the light of day of it. However, it still says summer 2024. Like there's no release date for it, there's no studio for it. More than likely you think this will just be on Cartoon Network or not?
Yeah, it'll be Toonami.
It'll just be on Toonami.
Yeah, I think so, because one, it says specifically TV US East, meaning like it's not airing in Japan being brought over. Like this is being created and developed and basically previewed or showcased in the US.
But
right?
it is
televised.
It is being done
It
by
is being done by
Japanese studio.
Yes, correct. But it's also
Just
like it's Warner Bros owned as well. Like everything's just pointing to it's probably just going to come out on like a Toonami or maybe even Adult Swim. Who knows?
Probably so. But yeah, no, the telecom animation film, they've also done a bunch in the past. They've been behind Astronaut, which is out this season, Blue Box, which is out in the fall, and then they've done some Seven Deadly Sins films,
Ew,
as well as Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, season 1.
no.
Yeah.
The
So
Seven Deadly
they've-
Sins is disappointing, but that's fine.
yeah, and they did the first season of Tower of God as well. They've done a lot, so at least we know that this will look good.
Yeah,
But
my whole thing is like, who's asking for this, right? Because it's touted as being a spin-off, but it's still going to adapt themes and events from the main series. So it's going to be its own. It's going to be its own thing. It's not like it's just like a complete redo or remake of the original, just in anime form. But they're still going to like make reference to and use stuff from the original series. So it's like, I just don't know who's out there being like, I've been asking for this since the day Rick and Morty came out. Rick and Morty the anime needed to happen, and it is happening. I don't know. It seems odd to me, but
well, time will tell if it's actually any good or not.
I saw a Rick and Morty, just a quick side note. I saw the Rick and Morty manga in Barnes and Noble that I was in. And I was like, again, just who's the audience?
Not us, but I'm
no,
sure
I know.
there's a big audience out there for it.
I'm sure.
Anyways, moving right along, we have Bye Bye Earth, action adventure fantasy done by Linden Films, based off a light novel.
I like the wolf girl, just like looks like she's yodeling in the background.
Yeah, just singing or something or chanting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know what this is about, but looking at the poster, this just looks semi-generic with some beast people in it, or anthropomorphic people.
It's so funny because the premise is like the main character was born as the only human being in this area, so she's called Faceless. And my first thought was, this is giving like just the isekai part of Uncle from Another World for some reason. Where like they're all like they're like, ew, faceless, gross, and just like an Uncle from Another World. They're like, he's an ogre. It's like, no, he's just ugly.
Yeah.
This one
doesn't speak to me. This will be on Crunchyroll though. If it does speak to you, or you will look at the poster and you're like, yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
It'll be on Crunchyroll. Next up, we have the second core for Yatagarasu, The Raven Does Not Choose Its Master, which is a historical show that we talked about last for previewing the spring 2024 season. I think I actually said I was going to give this an episode, and I never did.
I think so too, but that's okay. We don't blame you.
It's fine. Next up, if that wasn't apparent, we're both passing on this. This is on Crunchyroll if you do want to watch it. Next up, Quality Assurance in Another World, done by 100 Studio and Studio Palette. It's an adventure fantasy video game series.
I like the title just alone. Quality Assurance in Another World. It's giving dungeon people, but more chaotic.
Yeah, but not. I don't like the art style as much as I do dungeon.
Well, yeah, because this one's giving like very. I didn't even see the burger people jumping in the sky with freaky faces.
Mm-hmm.
What the shit is that? That's awesome.
Yeah, this poster's very chaotic. Especially, what the fuck is that in the bottom right corner?
Is it little muscle man? There's one in the top left too. It looks like a little muscly mole. All right. I guess to give a little.
That is a very long description.
I'm trying to read through it.
While you read through it, this will be on Crunchyroll. So if this chaos-inducing poster looks great to you, that's where it'll be.
Basically, someone was fine with their life and is a part of the King's Seekers, which is a top secret investigation team. It's one of the characters, but the other female character is just fine with their normal peaceful life, but one day decides like, oh, this person's going out to travel, I'll figure it out, and ends up learning a little bit more about the world than what they ever believed. My guess is that all this shit that's happening on the poster is what happens in the background, and this King Seekers investigation team kind of keeps it in order, but then this person goes out and discovers all of the chaos and is like, good gravy.
Good
I
googly
should have just kept my eyes closed. But I'm interested to know what they like the quality assurance piece. Like, is it literally
Give it
just
an
them
episode.
keeping everything intact? Who
Give
knows?
it an episode and you tell me.
I'll probably give it a 3 episode. I keep seeing things online about this one too, and again, like the chaos of it is might be enough to keep me around. So I'll give it a go.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm gonna pass on this one, so you tell me how it is. This will be on Crunchyroll, as I said before.
No,
But okay, fine. Be like that. Be like that. Be like this.
I will.
How to Become Ordinary, or Shoshiman, How to Become Ordinary. I was reading the description as you were talking about the other show because I had zero interest in the other show. This one is a mystery school type show. How to Become Ordinary is basically these two people who were in like their last year of middle school. They were like solving mysteries, but going into high school, they're like, no, we need to put this behind us. We're just gonna adopt personas of normal people and just live normal lives. And the first week of high school, there are tantalizing mysteries abound that they can't stop themselves from solving. So yeah, I don't know. This seems
it seems interesting.
it seems fine. This is
Yeah,
because I like my detective type shows and whatnot. This will be one episode for me.
there you go. There you go. It's like the polar opposite of Pretty Boy Detective Club, where they like go and create the mystery basically, and they're like, "We'll solve it." For this one's like, we want to avoid any sort of mysteries or unexplainable occurrences that we possibly can, but somehow they just keep gravitating towards us. Like,
Oh no!
oh no, what a proclivity to have that you somehow find yourself always in these situations where you're having to solve mysteries. Ugh. I don't. This is another one. As it's becoming more and more obvious, I've just been scrolling through Twitter trying to find stuff that's coming out. This one keeps popping up too. I'll probably give this one an episode to see because I feel like it needs to hit on the first episode.
I want to put just a little bug in your ear about this show.
Oh God.
Being done by Lapin Track. They are the same studio behind Undead Murder Farce.
Okay, so it's gonna look good.
So just gonna put that out there.
It's just gonna look good.
Yeah.
Frank,
So both of us are gonna give it.
How many times do we have to go over it? Studio does not dictate
control of the story.
Yeah. Case in point, who animated season 1 of Promised Neverland?
I want to talk about it.
Who animated it?
Why?
Who animated it? Who animated season 1 of Promised
I'm
Neverland?
trying to remember who the fuck
It's Cloverworks, dumbass. God, I thought you would have known that off the top of your head.
I was like, it's not PA Works. It's
It's Cloverworks. Cloverworks,
Yeah.
remember, Cloverworks responsible for like the great and the worst that happened because it was like Promised Neverland and then Wonder Egg Priority.
I was
and, like,
about to
the
say, yeah,
ending.
and then Wonder Egg Priority, and it's like
Yeah.
you started so fucking great, and then
Yeah.
just nosedived it into the ground. But
Talk
yeah.
about
Anyways,
animation style though and being kind of off-putting.
I don't think this is off-putting at all. I am actually very excited about.
I'm excited about it because I am interested in this series. I've always wanted to read it, but the animation style is very off-putting.
We
to
are
me.
talking about my wife has no emotion. Now,
Spoiler
the
alert,
reason
she's a
why-
robot.
Yes. Also, the reason why we say the animation is off-putting is because their eyes are fucking huge.
No, it's like their
Oh, to me,
faces are weird.
it's because their eyeballs are just ginormous.
Yeah, I mean they are like
They
pooled,
literally
like
take
billiard
up, like,
balls.
like third of their face.
Yeah.
But yeah, my wife has no emotion. It's a comedy, romance, sci-fi, slice of life, and suspense. Sure.
Question mark?
Question mark. But yeah, as you were alluding to, it's about this man who's married to a robot, and yep,
That's it. Yeah, it's
I don't know
basically.
where this I don't know where the suspense part comes in.
I think it's like love suspense. Like, will the robot eventually come to understand emotion and return
Ooh.
the feelings of the human? Find out. Tune in next week. I don't know.
Yeah,
This is this
this will
has
be 3 episodes for me.
this has been a series, like a manga series, that's always been on my list to be like, maybe I'll pick it up at one point, but I just never had like the space, I guess, to want to go out and start a new one like this.
Yeah.
So I mean, animation aside, I'll probably give it another episode watch, but I'm sure I'll be probably dropping it pretty quickly. One I won't be dropping, and I'm gonna throw it out there. This is gonna be the dark horse of the season.
Okay.
It's Too Many Losing Heroines.
Tell us about it.
This one seems like the best take on. I don't even want to call it. It's not a reverse harem even. It's just basically all these girls who are popular, who are pretty, who think they just should be on top of the world. They keep getting rejected by the boys they like, and so they all kind of band together as like, what the fuck is happening? Like, why do we keep getting rejected? And they just have fun together. I like that premise. I like the reverse take on it. It's like if you completely took the 100 girlfriends who really, 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 really love you and flipped it on its head, like completely.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, I do think that the premise is funny, and you've definitely in the past sold me on this. So this will be something that I at least give 3 episodes to.
Good.
Um,
And it's
yeah,
A1 Pictures. It's gonna look gorgeous. The title card looks gorgeous. It's giving
Yes, the
Sony
visual
Boy
does.
for some reason.
It's because
There's
a
just big
lot of it
clouds.
is filled up by the sky and clouds.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I will give this a 3 episode try. This does pique my interest as to being more so on the comedy sense. We do have a lot of comedies this season, it seems, so
Yeah.
it has to stand out for it to stay.
Yeah. I mean, I should say too that most of the slice of life are labeled as comedies too, and most of the ones that are just comedy are realistically just slice of life. Like I have to scroll all the way back down to remember the name. Mayonaka Punch. Like that's just labeled as comedy. I'm sure it's gonna be some sort of slice of life, laid back type.
Probably
type
so, but
anime.
like so is Dungeon People. Well, I guess that's more of an adventure as well. So
well, Dungeon. I mean, it's casual, right? It's I view like slice of life is very loose in terms of what it applies to. I would look at some of these as like being either like active slice of life, casual slice of life, romantic slice of life. You can label them all different bunch of ways. Like My Wife Has No Emotion. That's a slice of life as well, but it's also comedy and romance and suspense. Yeah. Ooh.
We'll find out.
But there's a lot. I do agree. There's a lot of them. I think there's a good variety. There's some diversity even in the slice of life category.
Agreed. Moving on, we have Dahlia in Bloom, crafting a fresh start with magical tools. Fantasy slice of life.
I know joke thought that said crafting a fetish start with magic, and I was like, that can't be right. Read it again, Tyler.
I'm the one that's not supposed to be able to read. We can't have two of us that can't read.
It's because the way that it's structured on the screen, it's crafting a fresh start with magical tools, and like the F from fresh, the S from S, and the T from tools are all kind of next, like in like the same area. So I was like, crafting it was a quick glance over. I just saw fetish start, and I was like, oh, and then I was like, oh, fresh start, and I was like, ow, less fun.
Yeah, this is an isekai, but it's not labeled as an isekai, which is very odd because literally the first sentence is, after dying of overwork in Japan, Dahlia is reborn into a world filled with magic.
Literally the definition of reincarnation, isekai. Like,
to be fair, the title is super long, and crafting a fresh start with magical tools gives off isekai vibes like no other.
Yeah, but like
it's
LiveChart is notorious for adding every single type of tag it possibly can all at once. So
LiveChart isn't perfect apparently.
I guess not. This is like we keep having like different iterations of the same fucking thing where it's like cooking in another world, which is done by Mappa. Then there was the farming in another world. Like now this one's making magical tools in another world. Like it's changing the formula ever so slightly enough to be different, but it's still not enough to get me interested, so I'm good.
Yeah. Anyways, this next one I am actually looking forward to.
Yes.
I will be giving this at least 3 episodes.
Yes.
This is Stick with me here. VTuber legend, how I went viral after forgetting to turn off my stream.
Yes.
Basically just a VTuber who is this prim, proper, polite person, and her bank account and self-esteem and subscriber count are just at the very bottom. She forgets to turn off her stream, cracks a few beers, makes a few jokes.
Crude jokes.
Crude jokes, and does not realize she's still streaming. So
freaking funny.
Yeah, no, this looks like it's going to be pretty funny.
I saw the trailer for it, and I was like, yep, this one's going to be good. This one's going to be fun.
This one looks funny, so I'll definitely be giving this 3 episodes. I just don't want it to be the same shtick just over and over and over again. I want there to be like some sort of plot or,
Yeah, I mean,
like antagonist to it. Give me something that they're like working towards or fighting for or fighting against. If it's just somebody that's like just commentating what they're doing or watching videos, then I'm just gonna be like, cool, that's it. I'm good. I'll just go watch like Ludwig or something.
What are you talking? Okay.
I'm talking about.
Do you know what a VTuber is?
Yes, I'm well aware, but I'm more so referring to
just watch Ludwig.
Have you been watching the voice actress radio show from this season? It's like that where they're you're behind on every fucking show. That show is actually very good. I've been enjoying it a lot more than I ever thought I would.
I'm not doing it out of anger towards shows. I'm doing it out of literally having no time.
You hate. I know it. Just get off Overwatch and watch some more anime.
Overwatch lets me be mad at other people throughout the day, so I can take all my frustration out.
I'll be giving this 3 episodes. You probably doing the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are pretty much we're getting towards the top of this list, and I've yet to put something in the bucket of full watch. This is going to be the season of try a bunch and stick with a few. For me,
just dip your toe in the water.
Exactly. Next up, we have something that I think will actually be pretty good. We'll see. Senpai is an otokonoko. Basically, it's just a girl has a crush on a guy, and when she goes to confess to him, he is cross-dressing because he likes cross-dressing, and it's just all about their relationship and that type of deal, I believe.
It's a whole love triangle, too. So
yeah, so this does look not necessarily wholesome, but this does look interesting. I think this is outside of fucking Najima from Komi Can't Communicate. Like, this is gonna be, like,
no, it'll be closer to
because I don't think there really has been too many like.
Nope, there has. My Dress Up Darling has had 2 actually. One that was actually shown in the anime, and one that is currently in the manga.
Oh well, okay, yes, I'm more so referring to the fact that they are going to be full on like cross-dressing because rather than like I'm cross-dressing for a costume.
Correct.
This will be like kind of like a first venture into that, in my opinion, or to my knowledge. So it'll be interesting. I do think we'll see how it goes. I think it'll be good, but we'll see how it goes. I've been wrong in the past before. So what? I can see you're flipping through screens back there. I can see the reflection.
There it is. Okay.
Oh boy.
This is the first time I've ever seen this happen. Maybe it's just because I'm zoomed in so much, but on live chart for the next anime, it gets cut off at the amount I'm zoomed in. I know what it is. I had to go to the other screen to read it. But this is probably one of the longer titles we've seen so far on live chart, which is, oh God, I'm gonna have to take a deep breath. The rookie middle-aged adventurer was trained to death by the most powerful party to become invincible.
You got it.
Now your turn to say it in the Romanji. Shin my
I don't have the Romanji up. I just have the English titles.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy, do I not? This looks like a poor man's version of Baki.
Also, I am very wrong. There have been a ton of other cross-dressing anime. I just don't know about.
I'm sure there has been. Off the top of my head, the only one that I could remember that was close to it was My Dress Up, but. Yeah, this one is the rookie middle-aged adventure. What becomes invincible?
This just looks like an overpowered fantasy.
His name is Rick. His name is Rick Gladiator. I'm good.
Nah.
What
It's not
5-year-old
against
did
the
they
team.
poll elementary school kids and they're like, look at this character. What would you name him? They're like pee pee poo poo. And they're like, all right, well something actual, kid. Some kids like Rick Gladiator. They're like, that's
Done.
it.
Brilliant.
That's the one. You nailed it.
Yeah. No,
Rick Gladiator.
It has zero interest in it. The poster is very generic. We're good.
Yeah,
We'll move
all
on.
right.
We have Nier Automata Ver 1.1a Core 2. We're finally getting a Core 2 to the Nier anime.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the first season because it got fucking all botched to hell with its release. Never ended up finishing it. So I will not be watching Core 2.
Yeah, I'm okay too.
But it's finally coming out. A1 Pictures.
Yeah.
See if you can stick to a schedule. Who knows?
Boy.
By the way, for those of you wondering, the Senpai Otokonoko Crunchyroll that we know of, and that's about the only one that we've skipped so far.
Yep. Yeah.
So
if we haven't said it, just assume that we don't know yet.
It doesn't have.
But you'll know before us. Probably. They'll probably send them all out tomorrow.
We'll see. Next up, the magical girl and the evil lieutenant used to be arch enemies.
Oh my god.
Comedy, fantasy, Mao shoujo, romance, and slice of life, done by Studio Bones. She's a magical girl sworn to fight for peace, love, and justice. He's a lieutenant born into a military family that serves an evil empire, and yet it was love at first sight.
Oh my god, it's short form.
It is short form. Just in general, this doesn't scream interest to me. This isn't
This-
my type of thing.
I put this one again in that category of like the arch villainess does something or reincarnated. Yeah.
Yeah.
All in that same bucket. So it's not a bucket that I normally go to either.
Fair enough. This next one, I'm gonna fucking fuck up the pronunciation.
Here
so
we
bear
go.
with me. Koi wa futago de wariki renai.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I definitely did not pronounce that right. But anyways, comedy, love, polygon. What the fuck? Love polygon. That's the first time I've seen that tag. Otaku culture, romance, and school, done by Roll 2. The romantic comedy follows a boy named Jun who is a childhood friend with two twin girls with different personalities. He ends up in a love triangle with Rumi, who looks boyish but is an otame, a maiden, on the inside, and her twin sister Naori, who's a cute otaku. So love triangle, the show between two twins.
Got it.
How much do you want to bet he ends up with both of them?
I mean, it's like girlfriend.
Yeah.
So.
But
Yeah.
done by Roll 2. I don't know if I've really heard. And that's because this is their first show.
Good
I was
for
like, I don't
them.
think I've heard of this studio.
Roll away. Anyway.
I'm gonna roll on. I'll give this one episode. This seems like the type of romance
I don't-
trash that I enjoy.
It's so funny the amount of shit I get from you from like the trash that I watch or like what I read.
Own trash. This might be the dumpster fire, the new dumpster fire that I need. Like I love fucking.
But you say that you have
Revenge, and that is a dumpster fire by all means.
You have one every season now. It feels like you have like a dumpster fire trash show every season, and I let it slide.
Dumpster fire.
Buddy, we're not going into a debate about what you have watched. All I'm saying is that you used to give me so much crap for what I would watch, and now you're traveling, you're trickling over.
Like guy's dog or some shit like
it
that.
was a joke.
No,
that was a joke.
You ended up watching it.
I did. I watched 3 episodes. One of which was
3
forced
episodes more than you should have.
One of which was forced upon everyone at a large gathering because I needed them to be subjected to the atrocities of Inukai-san's dog as well. All I'm saying is that you need to at least admit in your heart of hearts that you are at your core trash.
100%.
Okay,
But
that's all. That's all I've been asking for. You've been hiding it. You've been shielding yourself from all the garbage.
I know that there's a trash show that I know is going to be a dumpster fire. I'm like, yeah.
And
the fuck dumpster fire.
And what you do now that you've acknowledged this, good job, big growth moment for you.
Oh,
we
boy.
don't throw shade at others for their interest.
If you watch another Inukai type dog type show, I'm going to give you fucking shit about it. because we know exactly what that fucking show is.
It would have been like if I watched that pig one from like 2 seasons ago.
But that one isn't like straight up porn.
Yeah.
Like fucking Kai's It was on Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll doesn't have porn. Actually, maybe they do.
I was like, that's a bold statement. We should probably move
We
on.
can probably find like 3 or 4 shows. If Freezing's on there, then yes. We got some porn.
All right. Something that's not porn.
So just to see, again, no show or no location as we're streaming yet.
All right, we got to get a move on. We got a lot left.
Yeah. Atri, My Dear Moments, drama and romance. Is this like are we getting a fishing anime?
It's there's a human civilization underwater.
Oh, okay. Is this gonna be Waterworld the anime?
I was just
Waterworld the anime. I'm fucking in.
I was just gonna say it's the continuation of Ponyo.
Oh God, no. No.
I mean the anime.
Ponyo.
Okay, we got all right. 10 to 15 seconds each one. We gotta roll.
Okay.
Fine. This one looks okay.
You give it an episode. You tell me how it is.
All right, sounds good. A nobody's way up to an exploration hero. Good God.
This does not look great. It's action, fantasy,
looks
adventure.
Looks like liquid metal.
I don't know.
Whatever.
This is based off a light novel done by Studio Gecko or Geku. Yeah, no, I'm good. This doesn't scream anything to me.
Okay. This next one, though,
the fact that they say typical mop character, I'm like, no, I'm good. Next one, this I could get into. I parry everything. This is the type of just like dumb, stupid show, like reincarnated as a sword or reincarnated as a vending machine. That I'm like, yes, this may not be an isekai show, but I'm all for it because it's just a dumb premise that is just funny.
Yep.
So,
agreed.
But yeah, I parry everything. It's going to be on High Dive, coming out July 4th, done by OLM. I'll give this an episode just to see how it is. Moving right along, we have Wistoria, Wand and Sword, action, adventure, fantasy, done by Bandai Namco Pictures and Actus. From the poster, this screams school challenge club type deal. I don't know.
Great sorcerer. He can't use a wand, but he carries a sword. Oh my God, I'm good.
But without muscles.
Yeah,
it's
I
a
guess.
sword.
And he has the cat from Blair Witch.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Sure. No, I'm good.
I'm good too. Moving on. A journey through another world, raising kids while adventuring. Don't want to have kids in general, so I'm good here now too. If I'm gonna watch a childcare one, it's going to be that vampire one down before. This is
Delico's. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one, I mean,
it looks cute, but not my thing.
Yeah, the premise is funny enough, I guess, for an isekai, but it's definitely selective in terms of the audience it's geared towards. So I'm probably okay as well.
The past 2 shows are on Crunchyroll, by the way, and now this one. This is the Darkhorse.
No, it's not. It's not the Darkhorse. This is the horse. This is the horse. This is the army. This is the everything.
It's not a horse. It's a deer. Get it the fuck right. My dear friend Nokotan.
Also, it's not a deer. Read the first line of the description, asshat.
Girl meets elk girl.
Yeah,
fine.
Fuck you. Whatever. It's an elk.
Oh my God.
It's not. She's a deer.
It's a fucking deer. God damn it. Yeah, basically, this show, if you have not seen a trailer for it,
it's impossible. Well, first off, it's impossible if you haven't heard the song. It's a brainworm that everyone's been infected with so far. But yeah, if you haven't seen like a picture or anything about it, first off, actually, you know what I would suggest? Don't watch the trailer. Or if you do,
go in as blind as you can.
Yeah, or if you do, I was gonna say just mute it, because the best thing was all I knew going in was that there was a deer girl. And I'm like, cool, sold. This looks wild. And it's done by Wit Studio. It's going to look awesome. Like the changes in animation style are very perfect, I'll say. They basically took all the things they did well with Onipan with the CG, and then all of the great animation style choices they've done over the last couple of years with like Ranking of Kings and Odd Taxi and a couple other ones that I'm forgetting, and they're like, cool, let's combine our superpowers together and make this awesome anime that just showcases all of our great animation techniques. and it's come in the form of my dear friend Nokotan.
Which is based off of manga, which I didn't realize. I thought this was an original.
When I go to Japan, I'm finding this and I'm buying volume 1 in Japanese.
It's in English. We have the first. There's 5 volumes. The first 4 are out in English already.
What? Where?
Yeah, it is
How?
sold out. By the way, it is sold out on Crunchyroll stores. So I have
all
already
right.
checked, and it is sold out on Barnes and Noble as well.
Oh God! All right, well, time to go exploring.
In store, it's sold out, but I think it's available online. So.
All right, but anyway, this is not a dark horse. Complete disagreement with you. I think this is going to like steamroll its way through this season. Like, there's no dark horse about it. It's got too much traction already. It's on everyone's radar. Again, the theme song is just an earworm. Yep. So it's on too many radars for it to be a dark horse. I wouldn't say it's like the favorite. It's certainly an underdog, but it's not like it's going in unknown, we'll say.
Yeah. I will say, though, this is my first show that I am fully going to watch.
Yeah, it's a full watch. Agreed.
So, there's that. We're moving on. 2.5 Dimensional Seduction. This is a series that I always see on Manga Plus. Have not had any time or situation to read it, but it is a comedy, ecchi, harem, otaku culture school show based off a manga done by JC Staff. And here's your description. I have no interest in real girls, so claims Okumura, the president of school's manga club. He's your typical otaku, obsessed with a sexy 2D manga character known as Lilial. Lilial? Yeah, and then a new school year starts, and a 3D girl named Lilisa, whose passion is cosplay, joins the club. Lilisa convinces Okumura to become her photographer, and guess who her favorite manga character is? Not only that, but Lilisa, I don't know, is into modeling the fetishy stuff. The boundaries
basically
start.
Picture My Dress Up Darling, but more raunchy, I guess.
Yes. So that's essentially what this sounds like. So
yeah. It's a 3. It's a 3 for me.
We're gonna give it a 3 as well on my end. Next up, Gigi Harem. This one I actually am looking forward to. This will probably be the dark horse for me. If we're not going to count my dear friend Nokotan, this to me, this screams a lot of fun, very good comedy. But basically, a guy who's always wanted a harem meets a girl who likes him or secretly likes him and plays a different character for him, or a unique personality that she has. Basically, just multiple personalities disorder minus the actual disorder.
I was gonna say, wait a really.
One-woman harem. It sounds really funny on paper. I think that this is going to be adorable in more ways than one. So, and I do really like the style here from this visual.
Yeah,
so
agreed.
This will be a 3-episode watch, but I'll probably stick with this one all the way through.
This has been on my radar too, so it's probably a 3, if not full, for me.
Yes. Also, 2.5 Dimensional Seduction is going to be on High Dive because fucking degens. Of course it is.
Yeah, anyway, buddy.
Why does nobody remember me? Is our next show, action fantasy sci-fi, done by Project Number 9. This just screams generic. Sure, go
again,
for it.
It's something with like a twist
between
to
the
it.
5 races on Earth has ended in victory for the humans. Yay!
You know what it sounds like, or like, you know what it's giving? It's giving that one Tom Cruise movie where like he dies and he just keeps being brought back to like a spawn point basically, and he remembers his mistake and he like makes like little corrections and then like eventually something happens. What? Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't want to. It's giving that, but
no, that's the post-apocalyptic movie. I forget what the Live Die Repeat show.
Yeah,
I know
whatever. It's giving that. Somewhat, but worse.
I'm good. There's already so much that.
All right, we're gonna blast through this next row because it's
no
nothing
longer
good.
allowed in another world. Adventure comedy fantasy isekai done by Atelier Pont d'Arc. I don't know.
Atelier Pont d'Arc.
This will be on Crunchyroll. This is. I mean, this might be good. I don't know. Just from the poster, I would have to. I'll watch a trailer for this later and see if it's any good.
It's giving.
You're giving.
Okay, it's giving a satire type isekai based on the description.
Hmm.
Basically, it says he's pulled into another world with cute sidekicks, superpowers. You think he hit the jackpot? Nope. Apparently, they just want to find a quiet place. His poetic demise is constantly thwarted by inconvenient heroics. Dive into the most hilariously tragic life of the most reluctant hero. So again, like satirical isekai of a person just being like, I want to chillax. And it's like, hell no, time to go fight.
Yeah, I just blipped through the teaser trailer, and it looks like it's mostly a comedy more than anything, but
Yeah.
there's some bitchiness to it. I'm good. I'll probably pass unless somebody tells me it's good.
I'll give it a 1, whatever.
Do it.
I'll fall on the sword. Well, something I'm not going to fall on the sword for is Fairy Tale 100 Years Conquest. Good.
Just West.
God,
There's
no.
The Strongest Magician in the Demon. Yeah, I'm not watching it either. I've watched maybe 10 episodes of Fairy Tale, and I was like, no, I'm good.
My buddy was big and was like, we should watch together. And I was like, nah, I'm good. Also, they're no longer allowed in Another World is on Crunchyroll.
Yes, that it is. The strongest magician in the Demon Lord's army was a human. This sounds like actually a funny premise, but there's no comedy aspect to it, so that's kind of unfortunate.
Do I want to do I need to I'm just going to say it. If you want something like this but actually funny, go watch Iruma-kun, Welcome to Demon School.
Funny enough, I'm on season 3 right now.
There you go. Like that's literally what this is. Just Welcome to Demon School is the comedy version. This looks like oddly
This looks
serious?
like the adult version of it, like
Yeah.
as if Iruma-kun wasn't a teenager.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm good, thanks.
This one though.
Suicide Squad Isekai. Despite what people say, I am actually looking forward to this a lot.
Same. And it actually comes out pretty soon.
It comes out literally in 10 days. Next
Problem
week.
is, it's on Max.
Yeah. Thank God my buddy gave me his password and I gave him my
Thanks,
so
Frank's
I have
buddy.
access.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this one. From the first trailer, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. This looks good. Like the animation itself looks good. I don't know too much. Like I know I've seen the first Suicide Squad movie, which it was not great, not even good, but it wasn't like awful. And then I know it got a redo or something. People enjoyed it, or maybe that was Birds of Prey. I don't know.
Birds of Prey. Yeah.
Maybe, but this to me screams batshit crazy to the point where I'm like, yeah, no, I can deal with the premise, but like this looks gorgeous at the same time that I'm like, yeah, we're in.
This is going to be the good test to see what Warner Bros is going to be capable of in terms of like how far removed they want to get from like the original villains and their kind of stories, how crazy they want to do it since it's now an anime.
Yeah.
Like, are they gonna have it be a far departure? Are they gonna try to stay true to the characters? Who knows? That's what I'm more interested in seeing, because again, we reported it like at this point, like a month and a half ago, I think, that Warner Bros is diving deep into anime and is planning to release a lot of more anime from their Warner Bros studio. So this is kind of like a good entry point for them. Hopefully it lands. I think it's gonna be good though. I'm if I can get access to it, I'm gonna watch it.
This will be a full watch for me. I am looking at the show.
Yeah.
Come hell or high water. Next up we have Failure Frame. I became the strongest and annihilated everything with low spills. I just read the description for it while you were talking. Just go watch Afureta or whatever the fuck it's called. This is just another version of that.
Arifureta, yeah.
Except without the loli girl, this looks like it's like an actual girl companion. So this to me screams hell fucking no. So we're gonna move on. The Cafe Terrace and Its Goddess Season 2. Did not watch Season 1, but this does look pretty damn adorable. But I'm going to pass because I haven't seen Season 1. I assume you haven't either, so you're going to pass.
Correct.
Our Last Crusade or The Rise of a New World Season 2. Never heard of this. Haven't watched Season 1. Moving on to the next one. Days with My Stepsister. Just...
Anywho, Tower of God second season. Hey, look at that.
Oh, well,
it's a continuation.
I don't know. Yeah, Mission Yozakura Family is continuing with its second core.
Yeah, so anyway, hey, Tower of God second season. All right. People are excited. Yeah.
I have to rewatch season 1 because the only thing I remember is the end of season.
I have to watch season 1. So
season 1 was actually for being a manhwa. This one was probably the best that they had done until
solo leveling.
Solo leveling. So yeah, I'm glad this gets a second season. I enjoyed season enough that I will be watching season 2. I have to just rewatch season 1, which shouldn't be too bad because I think it's only 12 or 13 episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, back with Days of My Stepsister, neither of us are going to watch that.
No.
So,
Tower of
and
God is
then-
going to be on Crunchyroll, by the way.
Yes, it is. Spice and Wolf is continuing with its second core, which I'm excited about because Spice and Wolf is great. I do need to catch up on that show. I've seen the original, but not the new one. Alya sometimes hides her feelings in Russian. This just seems so specific that it's like I'm gonna give it an episode just because the more specific a title is, the more inclined I'm willing to say yes.
Yeah. I've seen the trailer. I've read the description before. I like it. I'm probably going to give it a 3 episode.
Perfecto. And the last 3 shows we have are all season or continuing. We have Oshinoko season 2, which I'm very excited about because it's a theater arc. I'm really looking forward to this. This is kind of where the story actually starts to really take form and shape and get interesting, especially with all the interpersonal relationships with for the 2, Ruby and Aqua.
Mm-hmm.
So very much so looking forward to season 2. You have the second core for My Hero Academia season 7. Again, been watching that. 1 episode behind right now, or this past weekend, because I was out of town. But this has been an interesting season so far. So I will be continuing to watch it. And then that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Season 3. Did not start season 3 yet. I'm probably going to go back and rewatch seasons 1 and 2 just to give myself a refresher. Even though I do remember most of season 1 and 2. I just don't really remember what happened near the season 2 because they had the big arc and then they had a few episodes after, and I don't remember those few episodes after. So I'll get to season 3 eventually. But that is all of the shows for summer 2023 or 2024. I forget what fucking year we're in because of course I do. My brain is dead. I've been coughing this entire episode. I've got a major headache. My body's just given up right now. So I'm going to give up on the rest of this episode and this outro. Thank you all for joining us. Greatly appreciate it. Social medias, we're there at Baka&Co podcast. Go find us. There's stuff to watch. Bro,
just you put yourself on
Until
mute.
next time, Spark Triumph.
Bye, everyone. God damn it.